Now let's talk about some of the pros and cons of becoming an entrepreneur. I always like to start with the bad news first. Responsibility. This path through financial independence is not a paved road. There will be a lot of hard work involved in building your own success. As an entrepreneur, the buck stops with you. You are the last and sometimes only line of defense of your company. You make all of the decisions and handle all of the problems that arise. Here's the great part though. There's this idea called extreme ownership. What this means is that everything is your responsibility, no exceptions. This isn't a bad thing though, because there's a secret to that mindset. If the problem is your fault, it gives you the power to fix it. So if you make everything your problem to fix, it gives you the ultimate authority to make changes around you. You have all the power in each situation that you approach. That gives you the control and the confidence to make the decisions that will propel you forward. Financials. You are in control of your cash flow. What is cash flow, you ask? It's all about the financials. Simply put, cash flow is the amount of money moving in and out of a business. If you have a negative cash flow, you're spending more money than you're taking in. If you have a positive cash flow, you're taking in more money than you spend. When you have a steady paycheck from a day job, you have some stability. When you run your own business, you have every last bit of control over your own cash flow. This can be thrilling, but can also be scary. Here's the cool part though. Let's say you make some amazing handbags. People love them, but they just aren't selling at your local market as much as you'd like. You can put the time setting up a website to sell them or approach some more stores to see if they'll carry them. You could even start a blog talking about your bags and how they're superior to others out there. You're holding the reins, and as long as you remain persistent, continue to learn, and try new things, you can find that next sale. Risk. Let's start with an example. Let's say you make an error at your retail job and only charge a customer for one TV instead of two that they brought to the counter. In the end, it's the company that's taking the loss on that. Yes, they could terminate your job, but they still have lost that product or the money that it would have brought in. Other than the potential job loss, you as an individual didn't lose out on any money in this situation. They legally can't take money from you or your paycheck for this mistake. Flip the example though, and you own your own TV shop. Your employee made the mistake. You are now on hook for that lost sale. As another example, you mopped the floor at your job and forgot the wet floor sign. A customer slipped on the wet floor. That customer can sue the company you work for, but not you independently. Flip this around, and you are now on the hook for a situation as a business owner. Risks are great for an entrepreneur because for you, it is merely an opportunity. You have the option to drop and restart if something doesn't work out. You have less invested, so you can move more easily, start again if something doesn't work out. For larger business, the idea of starting something completely new is risky. You'll notice the word risk and risky are similar, but they're completely different to a business. A risk is like a test to see if something will work out, but you can regroup if it doesn't. Risky is a situation there's no going back from that would leave you completely stuck or ruined. There's far more opportunity for an entrepreneur in the landscape of business. Workload, or the hustle. Especially in the beginning, when you're starting your business, there will be a huge workload. You'll be down in the trenches doing the dirty work of digging the infrastructure. You'll need to find vendors, knock on doors, travel, build, create, and deliver. All of this potentially on your own. Have you ever heard someone out working say something like, "Yeah, my boss, he just doesn't get it. He never worked on the sales floor, so he doesn't know what it's like." You'll never find yourself in that situation. You were there from the ground up. You'll have seen everything it takes, from the most basic aspects up to the largest decisions. Hustle is a common trait in all of the most successful entrepreneurs. Long nights, long days, long time frames of working every spare moment towards your goals. Most can't afford to just drop everything to pursue a business, so it'll be that 6 to midnight time frame after working your day job you'll be able to build your business. Hopefully, all of that hard work will let you escape the dreaded 9-to-5 work week, working for someone else. But once all of that work is in place, you'll have a strong foundation. Now for some of the benefits. What everyone is really thinking about: profit. You keep what you make. You get to decide how to use what you earn. Hopefully, getting started, this includes investing back into your business to grow. Arguably, the main benefit of running your own business is that you are making money for yourself, not working to make someone else richer. Freedom and control. One of the greatest parts about being an entrepreneur is being able to do what you want and to change what you think needs changing. There's no reporting to your boss, no asking your board of directors for permission, and no one to oppose what you think is best for your company. As we touched on before, you have control over the direction of the company, and that's exciting. This is your dream, after all. Who else is better to lead it than you? Flexibility. One of the biggest draws for many aspiring entrepreneurs is the flexibility of their work schedule. You can simply choose when to work if you own your own business. You can set the times and the days that you work, especially in the early stages. You can build your business from your local coffee shop, or even from bed if you want. This flexibility all stems from putting in the hard work to allow you to be independent of a standard paycheck. If you can successfully get your cash flow to equal or surpass what you make at a day at your job, you could easily walk away from that job, knowing that you have a good foundation to strike out on your own. Now that you've seen a little deeper into the world of entrepreneurship, let's get you working on finding the opportunities in front of you. Join us next week for the next part of Youth Maker Market. See you soon.